homies.
Can we talk about like why we're in school real quick? Like, why are you in school? So
all right, this is a pretty good conversation to delve on.
I think it's a pretty good conversation.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
why haven't we really decided to just leave school? Because I mean,
Yeah, you said, yeah,
I guess we
Soren,
can
you said you had
we
your
can
real
go-
estate
we can
thing
go,
down,
we
huh?
can, we can go one by one. Yeah.
Yeah, we can go
All
one
right,
by one.
so they're talking about my real estate thing. So I practiced real estate from when I was 18 years old, probably to 21 years old, and then the pandemic happened. Everything slowed down, got very competitive. I started seeing my colleagues turn on each other for pretty trivial listings. I'll just put it like that. So I was like, damn. All right.
Wait. So you used to work for a real estate company? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. So I'm not even gonna like name the company, but let's just say like,
No free clout.
yeah, no free clout. Fuck them. Yeah, they were like, dude, they just got
Shout
very,
out Shoosh.
yeah, they got
Continue.
very money hungry, and I respect that because you know what I mean. Like, it's a dog eat dog world. But I was at the point in my life where I'm like, all right, so I have these two paths, two diverging paths, very different outcomes, very different endings. One path, which is the one I'm talking about first, is like I continue doing real estate. I go down this path. I'm hustling every day. I get in the office. I do an hour and a half commute. I get in there. I'm on the phones for hours. I'm doing 250, 300 phone calls by fucking 9 a.m. and I'm in there from 7. So it's 2 hours, 300 phone calls. I'm cold calling. I'm busting my nuts off, bro. And what do I get? Maybe one lead, maybe 2 leads. You know what I mean? Great day is 3. So I chase these leads all day. I'm busting my ass around the city, meeting these landlords. I'm meeting clients. I'm trying to fill this vacancy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then what happens is that someone else swoops in and they've been busting their ass off for the same fucking listing. And maybe I didn't enter a fiduciary agreement with the client. They never signed. I just fucking lost 4 hours of my life where I could have been, one, asleep, which is like very important. People take for granted your mental and physical health. You need to go to bed. If you're up at 4 a.m. watching this, turn this fucking shit off. Go the fuck to bed. You know what I mean? So that's one thing. Second, I could be studying for a test that, you know, maybe right now, you know, managerial calculus is not going to fucking do shit for me. But what that grade is going to do is going to propel me into a career where I can create sustainable wealth and a sustainable income for my family. So I had these two different paths. Do I keep doing real estate or do I focus full time on school? So I put down the real estate license. I still have it, but you know, I'll probably renew it when the time comes around, but I'm really focused on finishing school, getting good grades, and getting that degree. And most people say, nah, college is for chumps, dude. But like, that guy's fucking lying to you because he's trying to prey on your weakness right now. You need to finish school, get a sustainable income, practice something that you love, dude. Do something that you really fucking care about. You need to have a job where you go and you're like, damn, I'm fucking lucky that I can make this wealth and income for my children and for myself, and I'm having a great time doing it. So that's where I was at. I always enjoyed the technicalities of doing real estate. I wanted to be a real estate professional, but you know, I enjoyed the legality of it all. So now I'm pursuing a career in law.
Yeah.
And you know, maybe before, like, it sounds like we're joking around, but you know, like, we're still young, we're joking around, but like, we're very serious about the things we do. So I got serious about school. I'm graduating. I got a great GPA right now. I'm trying to go to law school. I'm trying to finish. So that's
Good
why
for you, man.
That's why I'm in college, though. I'm trying to create sustainable wealth, and I'm talking generational wealth for me, my children, and their children before them. I want to get to a point where I could work for 15, 20 years, and unfortunately, that's how it is, man. You gotta bite the bullet. You're gonna say, you know what, corporate America, here I am. I'm here for 15, 20 years. Make your money, invest it smart, right? Invest it well. Get real estate. Create passive income for yourself and your children that they can see and reap the benefits of. I'm talking about getting an investment property. I'm talking about getting a nice, I don't even know, like an apartment building where you have like 15, 20 units and you can pass it off to your son. And that son can pursue a career, you know, that he finds suit, that he can find his passion in. But I've been dealt the cards where I have to grind now and play later.
Dude, I think what you said is because let me say this, between like what you're doing and what me and Evan are doing, right? It's like, it's almost different in a way, because like we're trying to like start our own thing, like our own business, right?
Right,
And
yeah.
like everything we're doing, like even this podcast revolves around like our business too.
Yeah. You're creating your brand right now.
But like for someone like you, and this is why I'm actually glad that we had you on this podcast, because you're almost like you're not like an like you're okay okay, what
My
would you
feelings
say?
won't get hurt, dude.
Like it's like
Got
we're,
pretty
like
tough
me and
skin.
like me and Evan are like entrepreneurs, right? Like we're trying to like start our own shit, and
Right.
that's
I want
And so-
I want to interrupt you. We're more than entrepreneurs. We do other shit than just entrepreneurship.
Like what?
But we'll get into it.
yeah, we do entrepreneurship, and we left.
Okay, I mean, I was gonna say like what we're getting our degrees and what we intend on doing jobs for in the future.
Yeah,
On
I
the
mean
side-
everything is
On the
everything,
side is our entrepreneurship hustle, but entrepreneurship
I mean,
doesn't mean
yeah.
shit without getting an income first.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, but what I was trying to say was like what you said, bro, was like what I think is like really valuable to anyone that's like watching this that feels like they don't really know what to do in life, because you were like saying to like, oh, you were in real estate, you were like working for this company,
Right.
and you were this agent, and like you were just all these things didn't like it didn't
It didn't align with my moral compass. It didn't
Right.
align with my long-term
And I want to say
goals.
this too. Now that we're talking about like real
There's
estate,
no shame in saying no to something that seems good, because the thing that you're saying yes to, it might be the big picture and it might be a couple years down the line, but there's nothing wrong with chasing the bigger picture.
There's
Bro,
nothing
and
wrong
that
with
big-
taking the harder route.
and honestly, that
because
bigger
the bigger
picture,
picture is harder route. Every time you try to go for a shortcut, it's bound to.
It's a shortcut.
bro.
It's bound to-
Fuck,
yeah, it's
dude. Fuck
short.
being the middleman and like being like the agent, where like
Yo,
you're,
I say
you're
this all the
dealing
time.
between like the buyer and the seller, and then you kind of just like make a commission. Nah, bro. Literally
I wanna
buy
be the guy.
literally be the landlord.
Yeah.
And that's what that's literally what I'm
More
trying
than
to
the
get.
landlord. I
That's
want to
what I'm
be
trying
the
to s-
landlord, and I want to be the fucking
That's
broker.
what I'm saying. That's like when it comes to real estate, bro. I think there's so many like flawed misconceptions on like how you can
Exactly.
actually like really make it big in real estate. And like people like I'm hearing all this shit. I'm like hearing like some of my other buddies like getting their real estate license and all this stuff, and like which is good. Like it's a first step to like get into the
Right.
industry and all
You
that.
have to do that.
But dude, like the real fucking money making moves is to first of all not have real estate as your main like thing.
It's
good
a side
to,
hustle.
It's good to get
Real
into
estate-
to learn all about the industry and how the housing market works and such.
Bro,
not.
real estate-
but the real money comes from actually property owning and being a landlord and renting out
That's
your
what I'm saying.
houses to other people. That's where you get the passive income from rent.
Mm.
Real estate shouldn't be like your main profession. It should be like literally a side hustle, as you said. And that's why I think like a lot of people will think real estate will be like their main like thing, their main profession. because
And guess what? If it is, Ben, God bless you. You
Bless
work,
you, bro.
You
You
work
work-
fucking hard.
you earned it. Yeah, exactly. You earned
Yeah.
it. If
But
you were
how
in that
hard do you
position
actually
where
work? Like
Man,
because
you don't understand.
because-
There's no other industry. Maybe I haven't done my research into this statistic.
I guarantee you
this
have done your
statistic.
research because
statistic.
you've literally been in it.
Yeah. All right. So
So
there's
you are a reliable source.
Okay, so these people, like these young people, I'm not gonna say these people, these good people, these hardworking young people get their real estate license, and they start going into this field that is, I'm gonna be honest, it's extremely intimidating. You're dealing with very seasoned veterans that have been practicing real estate for maybe 25 to 30 plus years. They're grinding out listings, and you're like, holy shit! You're seeing that company email come in. George just fucking closed on a fucking $2.7 million property. He closed. And that's what they did at my company. They would email out when you close their listing.
Like all the accomplishments.
Yeah, basically it's
for-
like a
for
fuck you
listings,
for
yeah.
not fucking trying hard enough. And I saw that a lot. Like my first 2 months of real estate,
Like it's
I
all
never
it's
even
all results based, right?
I never
They-
even got a single rental in my first 2 months of practicing real estate when I turned 18 and I got my license. Dude, those 2 months were depressing as fuck for me because I'm this 18-year-old and I'm expecting results now. But guess what? Like the life in the real world is fucking hard. Grinding out, talking to people that you don't know and trying to convince them to let you sell their fucking house.
Bro, honestly, bro, you're pretty lucky too, like being like who you are, because it's also like who you are at that will like, because think about it, like I'll like, dude, like I know this, I'm not gonna say his name, but I know this kid that like, bro, he has like just terrible just like fucking communication skills,
Right.
and like I know, and like he's like, I heard that he's trying to like get into real estate, getting his license, all that
Yeah, he's
stuff.
gonna have a terrible time,
Bro,
doing that.
and he thinks he's gonna like make
No.
it, and like
He won't.
he thinks it's gonna be easy because it's like
not.
real estate. Like, oh, he hears other people making mad money. Like, oh, I can do. Nah, bro. They literally take. It's like almost a business itself. Like you have to learn
it is
to.
a business itself.
You have to learn to. Like get people to like you.
Think
yourself.
about this.
It's like I'll let you finish.
Finish.
But it's like the same thing. It ties to the same thing where it's like me and Evan, right? Like we started our own business, World Jersey Official, and like
Preach.
it's a good idea. Like we've got
a great idea.
We've gotten like many really good feedback, but it's also like, all right, like but even though like we have this great business idea, great people need to be running that great business idea. If you have shit people running that great business idea, it's going to turn into a shit idea. Because there's always, it's like this, like you have an idea and you start
A
it.
great idea can turn into shit real quick when you have shitty people running it.
That's what I'm saying. So you have a great idea, right? But like, there could be someone else out there in this world that can like make World Jersey better than we can, and that's like. It's like that's kind of ties to like being like real estate and being like your own agent and trying to like build your own clientele.
It's just it comes down to being the best at whatever you decide to do,
and you have to be a good salesman.
There ain't no shortcuts. There ain't no shortcuts, and there ain't no easy money. Ain't no easy quick fix, and trying to get a bag, bro. Getting a quick bag is not a real fucking thing.
Yeah.
Other than like,
I mean, it is, but it's kind of lit.
like stocks and crypto and shit. Like, okay, but
it
my
is.
point
You
is
get
like,
lucky. Like, you can
my
get lucky, like,
my
we're not
philosophy is-
discrediting anyone that gets lucky.
Yeah,
bro, like all of
100%.
my
But my
stock
point
and
is,
crypto
if you're not-
success has been like pretty lucky. Like it's just like me thinking like, all right, like I
But if
want
you're not smart,
like,
but if you're not smart with it, it's every single quick dollar that you make is just gonna go. It's just gonna run.
It's a quick
just as
dollar that you
quick.
could lose.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like
Dude,
the
the
quicker it gets, the quicker it's
quicker-
gonna run.
Yeah,
you
the
get what I'm
fa-
saying? That's
yeah,
my philosophy. So like,
facts.
if it's like that's,
That's
and
so
I'm only
fast.
speaking about people that aren't smart with
I-
how to like handle their money.
I can
Because if you-
speak to that.
bro,
yeah.
it's like drug dealers. Like they flex their drug money, but then like they just spend it on fucking more drugs.
that's
And they use
a
it
pretty
themselves.
extreme.
More-
That's an extreme example, but you
More-
gotta think about it like this. So like those first 2 months, I didn't make any money, but then the third month, I closed like 12 rentals in 1 month. So I all of a sudden I'm 18 years old, and I all of a sudden just got a cash flow of like $20,000. I'm like, holy fuck, this is the most money I've ever made in my entire fucking life. I just grinded my ass off. I would meet with landlords, like, and I'm 18 years old. Keep in mind, I'm like a skinny, like I'm a
Still
skinny,
young,
yeah, I'm a
very
skinny,
young.
skinny, tall kid. Like,
How old are you now?
I'm 22.
4 years ago.
4 years ago, but like if you think about that, me at like 18, like where I am now, I still have a lot of like insecurities, like
Dude, where did Novin go?
taking piss. No,
I didn't even notice.
yeah. So I have a lot of like I'm confident enough to say like I have a lot of insecurities that I'm working with. But if you're an 18-year-old and you're still figuring yourself out and you're putting yourself out there in a market that is designed to eat people alive and get them to quit, it's fucking hard. So like I got these rentals, I got that 20K, and I was like, oh shit, what happens now?
20K in how long?
A month.
Wow.
It-
Wow.
No, literally, it was.
That probably motivated you, huh?
No,
Like for like a brief moment.
This is
though.
where I'm getting at though, because you said as quick as money comes, money runs. I got so comfortable. I thought, hey, I'm the fucking man. I just did 12.
like you can do this forever.
Yeah, I just did 12, 15 rentals in a month.
20K is just a start. I could be
Because-
making more per month. You know.
It depends on where you work at, but where I was working at, you got 50% commission on first month's rent. So if I rented out an apartment for $4,000 and I was the agent that procured this agreement, I would get half of that. So I was entitled to $2,000 of first month's rent. So I did 12 to 15 of those. It was $25,000, right? So I made a lot of money in 1 month, and that was the most money I have ever made in a short period of time in my life. You know what I mean? It was
Right.
insane at that point in my life. It's like, dude, what do I do now? So I thought I was the man. I thought I could do this forever. Guess what happened my fourth month?
What?
$0. Zero. No money. I was depressed, man.
Did you not have clients or something? Like what was going on?
So I had clients, but my landlords felt differently. They didn't want to contribute to young agents' commissions. So
what the fuck?
I'm not gonna say anything, but like there's some shady shit going on. And, you know, real estate is a fucking gray area in the legal system, and it's a gray area in business practices because at the end of the day, you know, it's your property. If you choose to go through me to get a client, you choose. And if you don't, you don't. I didn't get the signatures.
And you can also change your mind halfway through without really being
you never signed
legally prosecuted.
Yeah. If you never signed a fiduciary agreement with me, you're at liberty at any time to just be like, fuck you, I'm going to do this by myself.
Dude,
and guess what?
Money.
That happened. So I spent like weeks with 3 different clients this 4th month. I'm talking 3 weeks of my time. I'm talking like 35, 40-hour weeks. Like, hey, like I just found another property for you, man. I think this is going to really work for you. It's a perfect location. You're right by so-and-so. You got this next to you. You can do this here and here with your wife or your kid. You know what I mean? This is a great opportunity. They never signed a fiduciary agreement with me.
And it's
guess
probably
what?
Because of the persona of like, oh, like,
I'm young.
Yeah. And that's literally what's going back to like me saying like, oh, like it's not as easy as you think.
But who was talking to them about all these possible opportunities? Me. But guess what? I got fucking like fuck me, right?
So what happened? Did they eventually buy the property and the landlord just fucked you over?
Yeah, because they never like the clients never signed into fiduciary agreement with me. It's like they're the buyers, prospective buyers or renters.
Like they're the buyers of the house, so they like if they were actually interested, they would be talking to the owner of the property.
Yes,
like directly. If they were really
but they would have never
right?
known about this owner,
right?
If it wasn't for me.
Right,
so that's what I'm talking about. If you want to go into real estate, you have to learn the harsh realities that people are gonna fucking use you for your time, your resources, your information, and your diligence. And guess what? You're gonna get fucking dirt thrown in your face. It's gonna suck, dude. Because what is dirt if you don't? Like, hey, I've been on this fucking same property with you. Me and this landlord have met 10 times, and I've been saying like, yeah, you're a great fucking client. I'm vouching for you, the client.
Right.
You know what I mean?
To the landlord.
To the landlord. I'm like, hey, he's a great guy. And guess what? You fucking don't sign with me, and you fucking go to the landlord straight up. And you fucking take that property. I just got, dude, you think I'm working for free? I don't have salary, bro. I'm fucking 19 years old and I make no money unless you fucking sign this piece of paper. I just got fucked out of fucking 80 hours of my work and my time.
I'm sure it has happened. It's happened more than once.
Multiple times, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, that's why you just gotta be the fucking landlord, bro. You just
exactly.
I'm talking about a different industry.
I'm talking about that I lost in my life in real estate alone. I lost probably close to 500 hours of my life.
Yeah, losing your time is way worse than than losing your money, bro.
If you think about it, 500 hours might not seem a lot, but that's like what? That's like at least like a week and a half, 2 weeks.
That's more than a month.
That's 40
hours.
I don't think it is.
40 hours times
Let's
4.
do the math right now.
48. 40 hours times 4 in a month. That's 160 hours.
Dude, that's 20 days. Month. Yeah.
So in a month, no, what
damn
are you
near.
talking about?
So 500 hours.
He just did the calculation.
500 hours divided by a day is 20 days.
Okay.
So in 20 days, you know what you could have done? You could have gotten a licensure that you're now IBM Business Analytics certified. You guys did that. You took the time to go into a craft that was new to you, and you took the time to learn about this. You got certified to do business analytics works for small businesses, right?
Right.
So you're giving yourself accreditation to perform a task. In that time, I still could have kept my real estate license, but now I could have also done business analytics works, and I could have worked with small businesses and how to optimize their business to create more revenue.
And that's what I was trying to say about like, you know, like anyone that's trying to get like their real estate license and like, you know, trying to be a real estate agent. It's a pretty gray area because, you know, you're literally like the middleman between the buyer and the landlord.
Legally,
and if the buyer
it's one of the only places like where you can be on the seller and the buyer side.
Yeah,
you can be on both sides.
So basically, what I'm trying to say is, bro,
at the end of the day, you don't give a fuck. You're just trying to make that sale,
dude. At the end of the day, bro, what I'm trying to say is like, dude, like being a fucking like real estate agent, working for a real estate company, it's a great area because you know you will get fucked over plenty of times, just like my buddy said. And you know, I think when it comes to real estate, bro, don't look at it as a main, like your main profession, like your main thing that you're
If
doing,
you do,
bro.
you're gonna fucking be sad.
You're gonna be sad, and you're end up gonna like not be successful.
You're gonna burn out.
I mean, you can be
especially if
successful
you're-
and sad, bro.
No, but
Yeah.
especially if you're like
Most
our
successful
age,
people
bro.
are actually sad, to be honest.
Bro,
because
like-
I'm looking at my managers. Like, I'm not gonna name names.
Bro, more money,
but-
more problems.
Dude, I did my own math because of those company emails that came out when they closed. I see this guy. He just netted like $40,000 in 1 month, right? That's crazy. You know what I mean?
But then again, this guy's
new
probably like-
I made half of that on one of my my third month. That's insane. Like they were giving me praise.
Yeah.
They were slapping my back. Like, dude, you're the man. They're calling me the close fucking maestro. Like that's what they call it. Like when you close, like you're a closer. Like you close deals. Like that's insane. Like you're the fucking shit. But I look at this guy, he closes 40K a month average. Like he's vetted, you know what I mean? He does that shit for a living. I look at this guy and I'm talking to him, like, how old are you, man? He's like, dude, I'm 55. Like, you happy? He's like, no. I'm not
I
fucking
just
happy.
do this shit.
Yeah, dude, he's divorced because he's committed all his time
on his like fucking real estate, like,
on his career,
journey and career,
dude,
like,
because I'm telling you, man, you're gonna give more of yourself than you really like understand until after
it's not
done.
easy. Yeah,
Dude, you're like I'm saying this now. This is the first time I've like actually vocalized this shit, dude. I'm young, you know what I mean? I could have been out partying. I could have been out living my life. I could have been out studying more for my exams, and like I still did well in my schooling. Don't get me wrong, but I gave a lot of personal value of myself into this business that I probably shouldn't have. And that's what these guys are telling me is like, dude, I closed $45,000, $46,000 month average for the whole year of 2019. This guy's not happy, bro. His kids don't talk to him. His wife doesn't fucking
Do you think
talk
it's
to him.
because like some of those sales that guy knew he was like fucking over his clients?
No, it's that's another thing too, man. Like you gotta think about your own.
Like the whole morality question about being
You gotta
in
think
real
about
estate.
your morality. Guess what? Like, if you have too much of a moral compass, like real estate probably isn't for you, man. But you gotta think about this, like your personal values. Fuck,
No.
like morals are out of the window now. This guy was
rephrase
giving
it,
up
though, like-
personal time. He was giving up personal time to his children, his wife, his son, his daughter. You know what I mean? He could have been going to like softball games. He could have been going to baseball games. He could have been going to soccer games. Instead, he was chasing leads. He's devoting too much time into this business that, like, honestly, quite frankly, in full honesty, this business doesn't give a fuck about an individual, because guess what? The real estate market is going to go on by itself. It's a wave. You can either choose to get on that wave or you can choose to fucking hop off. Either way,
it's a permanent wave.
either way, that fucking wave is going to keep going. And guess what? Eventually, it's going to crash. You know what I mean? Hopefully, you got off before the crash. And I'm talking. That's a whole different ball game.
What do you mean crash? Just like
I'm talking
the
about
whole-
real estate markets, like 2008 crash, like the housing market, like mortgages going up in tits because like
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean,
credit
you know.
agencies are giving like fucking insane ratings to mortgages. Like it's a AAA, but it's fucking dog shit. You know what I mean? You never know. But this guy's giving his blood, sweat, and tears to a fucking business that doesn't give a fucking rat's ass about him. And now his daughter, his son, and his wife don't want anything to fucking do with him because he was busy trying to chase that bread for them. But they don't understand that.
is this the same guy that you said that was like divorced and like
Yeah.
unhappy
Yeah.
and stuff?
Same guy.
Bro, very, very successful in business. And this goes on to like a very popular psychologist that I know. He's a Canadian. I don't know his name, actually. You probably know him. He's a Canadian dude. I'm going to figure out the name by the end of the podcast. But he's like, all right, so most men have this opportunity. They have this choice. You can go all in your career, or you can be alone for the rest of your life. And the real estate market, it's almost like a fucking scam to be alone.
100%. Yeah.
What do you
agree with
mean?
that.
Like you think? What do you mean by that?
Dude, because if you're not 100% in this game to the real estate market, you're not in the office at 7 a.m., you're not the first guy scouring Craigslist for vacancies.
It's going to be hard, bro.
You're not the first guy scouring Facebook Marketplace for vacancies. and you're not calling these fucking landlords and getting your clients that are looking for places that you have been looking for like weeks now. You got those clients, but now you're busting your ass off for these fucking landlords to like give you the opportunity to get this exclusive on this rental or this sale. Dude, you're gonna miss out on it. But if you're not that guy sacrificing time with your daughter in the morning, getting her ready for school, it's like, hey, you're gonna have a great day at school today. You know what I mean? You took that time. It's like, hey, son, you're gonna do great in that baseball game. You're not going to get that fucking lead. You're not going to get that fucking sale.
Dude,
and you're not going to get that fucking rental, bro. And it's the cold hard truth. And that's why I say real estate is a young man's game. And that's why I did excel in the time that I did practice real estate.
Because you had nothing to lose.
Exactly. I didn't have a daughter. At the time I was single. I didn't have a girlfriend. But dude, I was single and had no kids, obviously. At least I fucking hope I don't. You know what I mean? But I was like sacrificing like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like personal energy, like life. I was sacrificing life, dude.